Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Tonight, the Waco Lions host the Kangaroos from Killeen High School. I'm Lark Smith, along with the coach Butch Henry. And, Coach, there's nothing Kwame Cavill would like more than to have bookends to start his career at Waco High, a win at the start of the season, a win at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's been a very frustrating season for Kwame Cavill and his coaching staff and the players, and they're playing for pride right now. For most of these seniors, this will be the last football game they'll ever play. But on the other side of the coin, Killeen's got something to play for, because if Killeen wins tonight and Temple beats Copper School, then Killeen is in as the fourth-place team in that district. They got playoff aspirations. We'll see if Waco High can maybe mess that up a little bit.
All right, well, we'll find out in just a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Tonight we'll be presenting the seniors for tonight's game this year, and we'd ask that when your name is called that you step out and then you can step back into place. Starting with the football, Corey Ebron, 4 years participation. Corey and Danielle Ebron. Nakibian McCoy, 2 years. Roberta Parrish, Judy McCoy, and Desiree Royal escorting him. Randy Carpenter, 4 years, escorted as a host of family and friends. Rodney Ratliff, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Christina, brothers Jareen and Roisin. Oliver Jones, 4 years participation, Father Timothy Jones and Mother Teresa Jones. Demarion Lyons, 4 years participation, Mother Tamara Henderson, Brother Marvin Lyons. Rashawn Smith, 4 years participation, escorted by Uncle Chris and Grandpa Charles. James Taylor, 3 years participation, escorted by Granny Linda Taylor and Uncle Alvin Taylor. Cameron Clark, 4 years participation, escorted by Christina Jones, mother, and Rotimi Clark, father. Tahimi Isabel, 4 years participation, escorted by parents Candy and PJ. Jesus Salazar, 2 years participation, escorted by mother Rosalinda Palomo. Jordan Banda, 4 years participation, grandparents Juan and Mary Lou Banda, escorted by father Jose Banda and stepmother Stephanie. Chris Esquita, 4 years participation, escorted by Carmen Esquita, mother, and Natalio Esquita's father. Jacob Mitchell, 4 years participation, escorted by his parents Donald and Stacy Mitchell. Our trainers are next. Destiny Acevedo, 3 years participation, escorted by parents Monica and Fernando Martinez. Katie Black, 3 years participation, escorted by parents Jay and Donna Black. Mercedes Cervantes, 3 years participation, escorted by Melissa Ortega. Taryn Corville, 3 years participation, escorted by parents Christopher and Javon Corville. Lexi Cuevas, 3 years participation, escorted by mother Crystal Garcia, brothers Julius and Tommy Cuevas. Shemaya Harris, 3 years participation, escorted by mother Shay Leak. Esimi Houston, 3 years participation, escorted by mother Robin Houston. Tresadia Johnson, 2 years participation, escorted by Uncle LaQuinton Johnson and sister Yosemite Johnson. Evelyn Vallejo, 3 years participation, parents escorted Elizabeth Vallejo and Visitor Rojas. Our junior ROTC seniors, Marina Constancio, 4 years participation, parents escorted Noemi Constancio and Pete Martinez. Maria Laura, 4 years participation, escorted by Father Martin Laura and Mother Magdale Sanchez. DeRadrick McGowan, 4 years participation, escorted by Sister Marshala Washington and her husband Marshall Washington. Maya Puente, 2 years participation, escorted by parents Alsario Puente and Wanda Puente. Alyssa Patina, 3 years participation, escorted by Father Clem Patina and Mother Brandy Martinez. Anastasia Reyes, 4 years participation, escorted by parents Daniel and Jessica Reyes. Jonathan Seifert, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Samantha Flores. Jaron White, 4 years participation, escorted by parents John and Jacqueline White. And now our cheer. Hannah Clayton, 4 years varsity chair, escorted by Todd and Jesse Clayton. Tillanesia Grant, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Tanya Grant and Father Edward Grant and Aunt Hazel. Belema Harrison, 1 year participation. Hallie Morgan, 4 years participation, escorted by May and Boyd Morgan. Taylor Torres, 4 years participation, escorted by Melissa Torres and Daniel Torres. Drill team, seniors, J.J. Aguilar, 3 years participation, escorted by Mother Michael Aguilar, Sister Brandon, Father Victor Aguilar. Tierra Boyer, 2 years participation, escorted by Mother Latoya Boyer and Aunt Denisha Boyer. Helena Evans, 3 years participation, escorted by Mother Bridget Johnson, brothers Rashawn, James, and Dejan. Cale Harris, 3 years participation, escorted by Mother Tanya Chappelle and Father Sebastian Bass. Kayla Hawkins, 1 year participation, escorted by Mother Lois and Grandma Izola. Christina Hernandez, 2 years participation, escorted by Casey Rodriguez and Aviana Smith. Jasmine Jordan, 4 years participation, escorted by Waylon and LaWanda Sias. Brittany McNeil, 2 years participation, escorted by Mother Bridget Walton and Sister Daisha Johnson. Queen Lang, 2 years participation, escorted by Mother Rosalinda Carey, Aunt Ebony Carey, Sister Lanisha Lang, and Christina and Reggie Cobb. India Irene Powell, 3 years participation, escorted by Mother Rhonda Mitchell and Father Albert Powell, Stepdad Terrence Mitchell, and Stepmother Shayla Tucker. Natasia Proctor, 3 years participation, escorted by parents Sheila and Ramon Proctor. Audrey Weaver, 3 years participation, escorted by Mother Amanda, Father Darrell, Stepfather Torian. Angela Ybarra, 2 years participation, escorted by Mother Sarah Mendez and Stepfather Frank Mendez. And now our band seniors. Brianna Ashley, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Victoria Ashby. Jessica Farmer, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother and Dad Caroline and Patrick Farmer. Halsey Furden, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Jessica Ramon. Luis Gonzalez, 4 years participation, escorted by Luis and Maria Dominguez. Andrew Ramirez, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Hope Ramiro and Aunt Christina Ramiro. Rodolfo Vasquez, 4 years participation, escorted by parents Claudia and Sergio Vasquez. Nakari Vincent, 4 years participation, escorted by Mother Sheba Sanders and Father Jesse Walker. Carolina Ugarte, 4 years participation, escorted by Father Jose Ugarte and Mother Arminda Maldonado. Thomas Ybarra III, 1 year participation, escorted by Grandmother Esperanza Chavez. Julian Rodriguez, 4 years participation, escorted by parents Albert and Victoria Rodriguez. That's all I have. Give all of our seniors a round of applause.
The Killeen Kangaroos have made their way onto the field through their run-through. The Waco Lions are gathering up in their run-through, getting ready for this final game of the 2018 season. The Lions come in with a record of 1 win and 8 losses. First year for Kwame Cavill as the head coach. Neil Searcy is the head coach for the Killeen Kangaroos. It is his 4th season taking care of their football fortunes. A record of 18 wins and 22 losses, including this season. And Coach, as you said, the Kangaroos have still basically an outside shot at being in the playoffs this year.
I think they got a really good shot because I assume they'll beat Waco High. I mean, based on what we've seen so far this year. And I assume that Temple will beat Copper's Cove. Even though it's on the road, it's so that Killeen will be in. Of course, you got Midway, Temple, and Belton. All 3 of those teams are already in.
Yeah, Midway at 7-0 starting tonight's play, and they are at home against Belton this evening. Meanwhile, as you mentioned, Temple is playing Copper's Cove. Temple at 6-1, as well as Belton at 6-1. Ellison is at 4-4. Cove is at 3-4, and Killeen at 3-4. But if Cove wins tonight, they'd be at 4-4. Killeen wins tonight, they'd be 4-4. That would be a 3-way tie for the 4th place and the last spot in the playoffs. But as you tell me, Coach, it would be a point differential thing if it ends up a 3-way tie.
And Killeen would be in, yeah, based on that. Each district has their own kind of a tiebreaker type thing. So,
but that would leave, of course, Shoemaker, Harker Heights, and Waco on the sidelines at playoff time. Shoemaker starts tonight at 1-6 in the league, playing at Harker Heights. Heights is also 1-6, so the winner there will get a leg up in the standings, and then Waco High.
The Waco High Army Junior ROTC
and league play,
under the direction
looking for their first district win tonight.
And I tell you what, in defense of Waco High, Kwame Cavill hadn't even been on the job 4 months yet. Think about it.
Yeah, and I mean, to even start the season, the very first game, which he won over University, he had only seen his players for maybe, 12 days tops?
Yeah,
So he's kind of working with a short stick this year. I expect, Coach, to see quite a bit of running tonight from both of these clubs. I think both of these clubs do best when they run the football.
Yeah, they do, and I don't think there's any doubt about it. And we'll see. So far, Randy Carpenter has been the bell cow for Waco High running the football. But I tell you what, they got a young man over there, Kadarius Marshall, pretty good hand himself.
Yeah, Randy Carpenter comes in with 4 100-yard games on the season. One of those was his last outing at Belton, where he gained 106 yards. Meanwhile, Kadarius Marshall, he has 1,237 yards coming into tonight's game and has 5 100-yard games under his belt. So we should see a lot of both Carpenter and Marshall tonight running the football. The Junior ROTC has presented the colors at midfield. Now let's join our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse, for our national anthem.
God bless the families, God bless the community of Thousand Oaks, and God bless America. Ladies and gentlemen, as a nation, Sunday is a day designated to the memory of all veterans, past and present, that have selflessly given so much for this great country, some even giving the ultimate sacrifice and laying down their own lives. To all veterans, thank you for defending our freedom. We salute you. We'd like to ask that both teams and fans face the colors on the field and remain standing during the recessional as the colors make their way off the field. Immediately following the national anthem will be Texas, Our Texas, so show your Texas pride and sing along. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem performed by the Waco High School Band under the direction of Scott Stolier.
Final game of the regular season, and we've got football weather for this contest at Waco ISD Stadium under a partly cloudy sky, a game time temperature of 50 degrees, and with a north breeze blowing from left to right on your television screen at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. That makes it feel like 47 degrees. So a bit of a chilly night for the fans, but I'm sure those players on the field are going to enjoy the cooler weather.
How do they calculate that the chill factor?
It has to do with the speed of the wind, the humidity, and the temperature. Mm-hmm. Now, exactly what that calculation is, I don't know, but I know those are the three things that go into it.
See, a lot of people don't know. One time you were a meteorologist, weren't you?
Well, actually, I did study meteorology in college, but I did not finish the degree plan.
Okay.
Too much chemistry and math. I'm not quite that cerebral. Captain's meeting at midfield with our officiating crew. Where are our officiating crew from tonight, Coach?
They're out of the College Station chapter. The referee is John Meese. Umpire Matt Willis. Linesman is Rick Littleton. Line judge is Daniel Coffey. And the back judge, Jeff Zimmerman.
Captains tonight for the Killeen Kangaroos, number 3, Brandon Fox, number 6, Chris Ingram, number 7, Willie McGee, and number 22, Demarante Moore. For the Waco Lions tonight, their captains, number 14, Rayshawn Smith, number 45, Tommy Isabel, number 77, Jesus Aguilar, and number 78, Jordan Banda. Rest of the Waco High seniors at the numbers on the near side, watching the coin toss, and Waco High appears to have won the toss and will receive to start the game. And they'll also have the wind at their back to start the game.
That's unusual. They get them both, don't they?
Certainly do. But Killeen will have the choice in the second half.
I know one thing. Killeen has a linebacker named Chris Ingram. He wears number 6. He was all-district last year. They say he is a hoss, so we'll find out.
He is their leading tackler coming into tonight's game with 102 tackles. That's about 83 more than the second most tackles. 66 of those are solo tackles. This is a team that doesn't necessarily get a whole lot of turnovers. They've had 3 interceptions, make that 5 interceptions and a couple of fumble recoveries, but they have not created a whole lot of turnovers this year.
Well, that'll be interesting to see. Like I say, Killeen's got a lot to play for tonight, and Waco High's playing for pride. And of course, that's not a bad thing to play for.
Certainly is not. Going deep for the Lions. Number 4, Avion McCoy, and number 17, Jerome Ratliff. Waiting for the opening kickoff into the wind from Jorge Juarez Pena. Well, that 15 to 20 mile an hour breeze in his face. Be surprised if he tries to kick it as hard as he can. If he gets it to the 15-yard line now, the Waco High moving up a little bit, maybe looking for the pop-up. He does pop it up kind of short, and Waco High lets it hit the ground. There's a scramble for the football, and finally, I believe Waco High got on top of the football. Covering up for the Lions is Rodney Ratliff.
I don't know if that was a planned kick or whether he just mishit it and the wind caught it or what, but we're going to see how Waco High offense is going to attack this defense right now. And I think Davian Long is probably scheduled to be the starter. That he's a true freshman.
He is going to be in the backfield as the starting quarterback with Randy Carpenter in the backfield. He'll send 2 receivers to each side of the line. Pass is in and out of the hands of the intended target, Rayshawn Smith. This is the first start that we're aware of this year for Smith.
Rayshawn Smith, the senior, maybe Kwame McGill said, let's try to get him in on the action early.
Joining with Anthony Abrams, Avion McCoy, and Jerome Ratliff as the 4 receivers. Handoff goes to Randy Carpenter coming around the right side, gets a block on the edge and takes it out of bounds somewhere around the 38-yard line. Pick up the 7 on the play and bring up a 3rd down and 3 at the 38.
Finally knocked out of bounds by Willie McGee, one of their defensive backs, who's also a very good football player. Where's number 7?
Willie Carter, the center for Waco High. The guards are Jordan Banda and Herman Newton. The tackles Juan Rivera and George Ramirez. 3rd down and 3. Long hands it off to Carpenter straight ahead, and Carpenter has the 1st down and more, breaks into the open in Killeen territory and tries to outrun Kangaroos for the corner of the end zone and will be knocked down inside the 5.
Well, what a nice run by Randy Carpenter. You give a little credit to that offensive line, to those guys up front. There's a look at it. Right there, I thought he would stop. There he goes. And finally, Willie McGee brought him down somewhere around the 5-yard line, thereabouts.
A 58-yard pickup, and then there's a personal foul face mask at the end of it, so they'll get 2 more yards out of that, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 2.
Face mask, number 7 of the defense. Half the distance from the goal. 1st down.
Waco High knocking on the door just 4 plays into the contest, as Randy Carpenter is broken loose for 65 yards in 2 carries. Carpenter, they fake the handoff to Carpenter. Long has it. Long heads for the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown.
Little zone read there, faked it to Carpenter, and there's another look at it. Good fake there. You see Avion Long. Like I said, he's a true freshman going in for the touchdown. But Juan Rivera, Jesus Salazar, Willie Carter, Jordan Becerra, Newton, these guys up front doing a good job.
1st touchdown of the year scored by the freshman, Avion Long. Now Escada on to try the point after, and Chris Escada gets it to go through the uprights. And just 35 seconds into the contest, Waco High has a 7-0 lead.
I don't think you could draw up any better start than that one right there.
That's certainly going to give the Lions quite a bit of incentive. Here we see the touchdown play again as he faked it to Carpenter and then took it around the left side and bulled his way into the end zone for the 1st score. 69 yards in 4 plays, took 35 seconds. Waco High to take a 7-0 lead.
Now we're going to get the first look tonight of the Killeen offense, which is pretty potent. They have a good quarterback in James Terry, who played on JV last year. He's accounted for 11 touchdowns so far, so he and Marshall both have 11 touchdowns, I believe, for the season.
Send in deep receiving, number 9, Blaze Albino, and number 17, Jaden Hill. Chris Escada will have that north breeze at his back with the kickoff here.
This may go Cottonwood Creek, you know it?
It rides the wind, get it up high enough. He gets a good foot into it, and it will make it over to the golf course, look like. Killeen will have the ball at their 25-yard line, 1st and 10. They will have James Terry at the quarterback spot, Kadarius Marshall, the running back, in the backfield with him. Their wide receivers, number 83, Devontae Monroe, number 1, DJ Dormius, and number 3, Brandon Fox.
DJ Dormius, number 1. Keep a close eye on that young man. He's very dangerous.
He's the one at the bottom of your screen. Terry checks the sideline for the play. Gonna pass. Now he has to pull it up as Dormius was covered. He'll come to the sideline and run out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Pick-up of 8 on the play for Terry.
Dormius that time was covered very, very well by number 40 for Waco High, which I do not have on my roster.
Working at the 33-yard line. Blaze Alvino is getting the start in the running back spot, as opposed to Kadarius Marshall. Handoff goes to Albino, and Albino has the 1st down and gets it across the 40. Spins his way up to about the 42 for a 9-yard pickup.
Take another look at it. That's a nice run that time. Finally brought down by several Waco High lines.
1st and 10. from the 42. Albino has the ball again over the right side. Boy, is he farm tackled and sent to the ground. Outstanding play by Waco High's Deshaun Fisher.
Another lift in. What a good tackle that was.
Picked up 5 yards though. He's up 2nd down and 5 as Killeen goes quick huddle, no offense. Looking to pass in the flat, in and out of the hands of his would-be target, Devontae Moore. Gives us a chance to tell you about that offensive line for Killeen. The center is Cesar Garibay Bartolo. The guards, Ron Luma and Stephen Mendez. The tackles are Jaden Jones and Iasi Vayatupu. Handoff goes to Albino, and Albino is in the open. Stumbled a little bit when he got to the 20 and will be finally brought down when he gets inside the 5-yard line, down about the 1. Well, like Randy Carpenter, he just found an open hole and took off.
Yeah, boy, that offensive line did the job there. If he hadn't stumbled, I think he might have scored.
They mark him at the 2. A 51-yard pickup on that last play. Handoff in the backfield is not going to go anywhere as Fisher is there to stop the running back. With the football is Demeonte Moore, and Moore is unable to get into the end zone.
That's been the MO for Waco High all year, though, giving up the big plays, which they just did 2 plays ago.
Once again, they'll hand it off to Moore, and Moore waltzes into the end zone this time, going in behind the left guard and left tackle. For Moore, that is his 2nd touchdown of the year. And now Killeen just an extra point away from tying this one up.
And ironically, both touchdowns have been on running plays.
On to try the point after. Benito Ramirez. He sticks it through the uprights. 9 minutes and 28 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and the Kangaroos have answered the Lions with a 75-yard drive that's capped by that 2-yard plunge by Moore.
I'm a little bit surprised we hadn't seen more of Marshall tonight. Maybe he may be injured. I don't know.
Well, he was listed by the coaching staff as the starter. I got the starters from them earlier this week.
You can write this down sometime before this night's over. DJ Dormius will make a big play clean. Big play. Some people out tonight enjoying the game on this very cool night, but at least it is dry.
That's the best part about it.
Yeah. This is what you call football weather, right?
Absolutely.
You know what? Waco High was very fortunate. They got the opening kickoff. They got possession of it, so they got to be real careful here.
75-yard drive took 6 plays in 1 minute and 57 seconds. Waco High gets the ball for the 2nd time with the wind at their back. At least we suspect they will get the ball. Kicking off for Killeen is Reggie Williams, junior kicker. He'll pop it up. Coming up to make the count, well, dropping the football and a scramble for it at the 40-yard line. Killeen seems to think they have it. The officials agree.
Told you they got to be careful on that thing. With that wind and that short kick and that wind blowing that ball around, it's tough. So there's another look at it. Killeen Kangaroos fell on it. Now they got the ball in good field position.
First turnover of the night gives Killeen the ball at the Waco 40-yard line. Albino once again in the backfield with the quarterback James Terry. Goes to the sideline to the head coach Neil Searcy and the offensive brain trust. The play clock is down to 5. Handoff in the backfield. Albino has his feet cut out from under him. First to get there to him was Patrick Tucker.
Finally brought down there by, look like that was Deshaun Fisher for Waco High.
Give him a 2-yard gain up to the 38-yard line. Back to pass. And complete to Darmius, and Darmius has it down to about the 14-yard line.
Raymond O'Neal had man coverage on him, and Terry threw a good pass. Terry's a good passer, and Darmius is their leading receiver, so he's going to be hard to handle one-on-one.
Picked up 22 down to the 16, and picks up the third first down of the night for Killeen. Albino takes the handoff and takes it inside the 10 before he's whacked to the ground at about the 8. Pickup of about 8 yards on the play.
I've got to think that Marshall is either injured or some type of disciplinary action because he is their go-to guy.
And he did come into the contest with 5 100-yard games on the year. Albino has the football over left tackle. He's inside the 5, down to about the 4.
There's one more look at it. Pretty good defense on the part of Waco High that time. In fact, real good defense.
Picked up 4 yards and another first down, first and goal for the Kangaroos as they look to take the lead for the first time. Send the big Samoan to the right side of the line this time. Hand it off to the left side, and that is Fox going around. I'm sorry, that's Albino, number 9. It gets to the 1-yard line before he's finally wrapped up and knocked out of bounds by Keith Guillory.
That's a really nice tackle by Keith Guillory that time. You'll see it, number 20 coming your screen right there. Stopped it just about a yard short.
Second down and 1 or goal. Albino has it. He has it into the end zone for the touchdown. They take advantage of the turnover on the kickoff to take the lead for the first time with 7:09 left to go in the first half.
And now they're going to turn around and kick it off again. I hope Waco High is prepared for it because they're only kicking the ball about 20 yards.
Extra point attempt by Benitez is good. So the Killeen Kangaroos have the lead for the first time at 14-7 after a 6-play, 40-yard drive that took 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Most of the yardage gained by senior running back Blaze Albino, 5'9", 155-pounder. But the big play in the drive was a 22-yard pass to Darmius. Albino started the night with 132 yards on 21 carries. And that is his third touchdown of the season.
You think he's maybe starting tonight or playing tonight because he's a senior? Marshall's only a sophomore. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
Possibility exists. Well, they got a new kicker lining up. This time it'll be George Juarez Pena who will line up to kick the football. He kicked off their first kickoff. Randy Carpenter going to be one of the deep men for the Lions, along with Avion Walker.
I don't think he'll ever get that deep, do you?
I agree with you. Got some of the good hands guys up in that second line where they've been kicking the ball to. Got Rodney Ratliff up there along with Rayshawn Smith. Jerome Ratliff also there in that second line. This one goes to 10 yards and is received Coach, somebody needs to tell those boys that they can fair catch that.
I bet they address that because
now we do see a flag. That was caught by Dennis Harris. Let's see what the flag indication is from John Meese, our referee.
Tell us about it.
Dead ball, personal foul, 51 White, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, first down.
So Dakota Wolf on the kicking team for Killeen committed the personal foul.
That sounds like a country western guy to me.
Dakota Wolf?
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? So Waco gets the ball first and 10. And they'll mark it where?
Good field position.
Yeah, they're going to mark it in Killeen territory. Apparently, they're saying that the ball was received at the 50.
Right.
But it looks like they're marking it off from about the 42 or 44, somewhere in the neighborhood. So they're going to have it at the Killeen 43-yard line. So good field position for Waco High here. Randy Carpenter trying to find any kind of running room, and it's just not there. Excuse me, that's not Carpenter. That's Jerome Ratliff.
I think Deshaun Johnson kind of messed that play up before it got started. Big number 96 coming in there. And that play had lost yardage right from the get-go.
43 back to the 48. They lost 5 on the play. Second and 15 at the Killeen 48. Pass in the flat. Complete to Rayshawn Smith. Now the ball is taken away and headed the other way with it for Killeen is Tula Hisataki, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see if that's another takeaway as Hisataki just flat took it away from the Waco High receiver.
Take a look at it. You see how this, there it is. I mean, he just flat stripped him of it and went from there. Let's see, I don't know, probably not had a block in the back or something, I would imagine. I don't know.
That would be turned down by Killeen if that's the situation. We'll just have to wait and see.
Personal foul, number 32 White, 15 yards from the end of the run. 15 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
That'll go down as a fumble by Smith after the pass reception. Hisataki gets credit for the fumble. Now Killeen will have the football with 6:08. Waco had it for 1 minute and 1 second on that possession.
Yeah, Neil Searcy kind of wanted a little better explanation. He came out nearly to the hash mark, so he got it, I guess.
Was after the interception.
They marked it at the 38-yard line of where he was brought down, and now they'll move it back to the Killeen 48-yard line where it's first and 10 for Killeen.
Very tough situation for Waco High because they had good field position and got the ball taken away from them.
Now we have motion in the line and a flag before the play starts. Now I heard the referee say that
prior to the snap, false start, number 75 of the offense.
Personal
5
foul
yards
after the
first
interception.
down.
Would you call that an interception or a fumble, Coach?
I'd call it a fumble.
Yeah, I do too.
Took it away from him. It was not an interception, I wouldn't think.
They lose 5 yards on that. Brings up first and 15 back at the Killeen 43. Hand off to Albino, and he's going to be wrapped up when he gets to the 45-yard line, just a 2-yard gain.
Getting up off the ball of that pile for Waco High that time was Trent Freeman. Did a good job.
2nd and 13 from the 45. Clock rolling with 5:45 left in the first quarter. Killeen leads Waco High 14-7. Rolling to his right. Terry passes underneath and misses his man a little low and outside for his intended target, Trayvon Mahana.
Now this brings up a 3rd and long. I let him go to Darmias here. I really do. He's a young man's got good speed, good hand.
6'2", 185-pound senior wide receiver, number 1. He is the middle receiver of the 3 at the top of your screen. Good snap. They do pass it. Looks like it's going to be a double pass. Wide open and all by himself is Albino, and he's just going to waltz into the end zone for the touchdown. That was the 3rd-string quarterback, Avion Walker, who threw the pass to Albino for the touchdown. A little trickeration, coach, gets him another touchdown.
Yeah, then you see right there, that's a backward pass, which I didn't know he was going to get this off tonight. Had a lot of pressure on him. He finally did, and you don't see any red jerseys anywhere close to Albino.
55 yards on the touchdown pass from Walker to Albino. And now Benitez on to try the extra point. Out of the hold of Fox. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good as well. 5:18 left to go first quarter, and Killeen extends its lead to 21-7, taking advantage of the fumble recovery and then using the double pass to hit a wide open Blaze Albino, who then just waltzes into the end zone for the 3rd touchdown for Killeen here in the first quarter.
And all 21 of their points have been against this very stiff north breeze. So Waco High is going to have to answer if they can. And then, like I say, that's a weird play you saw a while ago when the guy just stripped the ball carrier of the ball. You don't see that very often.
52 yards in 4 plays, and it only took 50 seconds. Off the scoreboard clock for them to get into the end zone. Waco High defense has not been able to stop Killeen on 3 drives. And Waco High offense has cost the ball up 1 time.
Waco High's had a lot of trouble with these kickoffs, so I'm like you. They need to call for a fair catch, I would think, because they've really had some problems.
Again, each time it's into the wind. Be the 2nd time now for number 35, Reggie Williams, to the kicker on the kickoff, and the ball falls off the tee. And the kick receiving team, Jerome Ratliff, has now moved up. Now a fair catch is called for at the 35-yard line and taken in by Waco High's Avion Mathis. Smartened up a little bit there, Coach.
Yeah, finally did after this was the 4th kickoff, so that time they called for that fair catch. Now we'll see if Waco High offense under Davion Long at quarterback can come back and get that ball to Randy Carpenter as much as you can.
Right now, Carpenter has not touched the ball, I think, but maybe 2 times. He did have that one long run of 58 yards.
In fact, he's not even on the field right now.
Long hands it off in the backfield to Jaden Ridge, the running back, and Ridge goes straight ahead. It's about 4 yards up to the 39-yard line. First time we've seen Jaden Ridge carry the football tonight.
There's another look at Jaden Ridge. I guess they're giving Carpenter a little blow right now. Got a young man from Killeen down.
That's one of their defensive ends, Amar Ward, being checked on by the training staff. Jessica Beeman and Marcus Vallejo, the trainers for Killeen, out to check on their defensive end, who slowly gets up on his own power. Will head to the sideline. And that'll put a new body on that three-man front for Neil Searcy. Be number 49 taking over Timothy Twilley, 6'2", 245-pound senior. Second down and 7. Throw in the flat to Ratliff, and it's in and out of his hands. Junior wide receiver couldn't hold on to that.
I think he was going to run before he caught it. Looked to me like.
That has been one of the problems for the Waco High offense this year, is the passing game has not been what they would like for it to be. Came in completing just 62 of 131 passes for just 510 yards in 9 games and just 2 receiving touchdowns. Back to pass. Long flush from the pocket. Will have to throw it out of bounds to save the yardage, but it'll bring up a punting situation. That's one of the things you want to do as a defense when you do flush a quarterback. You want to flush the right-hander to the left because it's tougher for him to get rid of the football.
Well, Chris Escada comes in and kick his ball away with the wind in his back. He gets this thing up in the air. It could be a 50-yard punt.
Send a couple of receivers back to receive the punt. Nate Camper, number 14, and number 15, Ala Hisataki. One hop snap back to him, and it's partially blocked. We'll take a Waco High roll and get down to inside the 30-yard line, down to about the 29 before it dies. So they averted some disaster there as the partially blocked punt had a good roll to it.
It all started with a bad snap. Low snap, it bounced back there. Escato had to pick it up, and then it was partially blocked. So we'll see if they can slow down this Kangaroo offense. They've not been able to so far.
Say it stopped at the 28-yard line. A 33-yard punt, back to pass, going long. Nice adjustment, but couldn't get back to the football by the receiver, Luke Noon.
Pretty good coverage in the secondary for Waco High. As you see right there, James Terry's got a good arm on him. He threw that ball a long way into the wind. There's one more look at it. That was really, really good defense that time by Raymond O'Neal.
Mariante Moore, the running back, in the backfield with Terry. And fake the handoff to Moore. Terry on the keeper now throws into the flat. It is complete to Walker, and he stumbles ahead, but short of the first down up to about the 37-yard line.
Look at that. That's a nice play that time. Now they still got a third and about 1, or maybe a long, short 1 or long 2, whatever it is.
Look for him to hand it to Moore, and sure enough they do, and Moore has a lot of running room and gets it up to the 41-yard line for a gain of 4 and a first down for Killeen.
I think Waco High looks like from here they're pretty much outweighed on that offensive on the line. It looks like.
Yeah, especially when you look at that big number 60 out there, who's 6'6" and 300 pounds.
He's a man.
Hand off to Moore, reverses his field and follows that big number 60 around the left side. A couple of juke moves will help get him inside Waco territory down to the Waco 47. Pick up 12 on the play and another first down.
Finally brought down by Deshaun Fisher. He's made a couple of big plays tonight for Waco High. There's another look at it. You see, there's Deshaun right there coming in, bring him down.
Samir Latchison checks into the defensive line for Waco High. 3 receivers to the right. Handoff goes to Moore, and Moore is hitting the backfield as soon as he gets the football. I believe that was Deshaun Fisher there. along with Jacob Mitchell to bring him down. And now a flag thrown at the end of the play after everybody separated. Somebody had to say something there, Coach.
That's what I'm thinking. Old John will tell us all about it, I hope.
Well, maybe another personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 50 of the red team, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. That is number 50's first unsportsmanlike penalty.
Patrick Tucker called for the unsportsmanlike.
He must have said something because I didn't see any extracurricular activity. Did you?
No, sir, I did not. I'll take it down to the 32-yard line in Waco territory on the penalty, and I believe that's the first penalty assessed against Waco High in the game so far. Send a man in motion, that's Fox, but they hand it off to Moore, and Moore wiggles his way up to about the 25, maybe the 24-yard line.
I've just got to think in my mind that Kadarius Marshall, he's got to be injured, I would think.
Had to be in a practice later in the week because on Tuesday I got the probables from the head coach. Marshall was listed as the starter. Down to the 29, that was a 3-yard gain. Back to pass, Terry throws for the end zone, and this one is almost picked off. Almost complete as well as Nate Camper, the tight end, was coming across. There was a couple of receivers in the same area, and Waco High was almost there to pick it off as well.
Demarius Line from Waco High, number 4, had an opportunity at it and couldn't hang on.
It's 3rd down and 7 at the Waco 29. Make that at the 24, excuse me. Don't think Moore is going to get anywhere close to the first down with that one. So Killeen faces the first 4th down of the night.
I'm not sure, but I'm not sure that wasn't Sean Fisher in on that tackle again.
He's been all over the field. So it's 4th and 3 from the 24. Albino back in the backfield. He has the handoff and loses the football, and Waco High was on it. It slipped away. And I believe Killeen got back on the football. Sure enough, James Terry got back on the football, but he doesn't have the first down. So Waco High causes the fumble, but could not necessarily recover it, but they do stop Killeen on 4th down, and Waco gets the ball with 1:15 left to go in the first quarter, trailing Killeen 21-7. We got another injured Killeen player on the turf.
So they have 1:15 to take advantage of this north wind. It's at their back right now.
That one's basically a turnover on downs as Killeen was able to get back to the football. Waco will take over at their 25-yard line.
Do you think we'll see Jordan Fuller in at night at quarterback? Do you think Avion Long will go the whole route?
I got a feeling it'll be long the whole night. That was Cesar Garibay Bartolo, the center that was being looked at.
Who was it?
The center. Cesar. Randy Carpenter back in the backfield for Waco High as Davion Long, the freshman quarterback, lines him up. Sends Ratliff in motion. Takes the handoff to Carpenter, keeps the football, and he probably should have given it to Carpenter. He's going to lose yardage back to the 21.
Remember, that clock continues to tick, so less than a minute left. Waco High to have the win at their back, so if they're thinking about throwing the football, this would be a good time to do it, I would think.
Rayshon Smith, one of the game captains, checks in as a receiver on the near side. Carpenter takes the handoff, had a pretty good hold that closed up on him very quickly, and he'll get to the 24-yard line, but there's also a flag on the play. what the meaning of the flag is from this College Station officiating crew.
Personal foul, face mask on the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's about the 4th personal foul against Killeen in the contest so far. It keeps Waco High alive with a first down by way of penalty. And shoves the football all the way across the 35 to the 37. Make it the 38. First down, Carpenter with the football. He gets hit by another face mask, but I don't see any penalty flags on this one. Coach, you and I saw that one from up here, didn't we?
Yeah, we saw that one, but they missed it. That most likely should be the last play of the third quarter. They might run one more, but I doubt it.
He picked up 2 yards on the play up to the 40. 7 seconds and ticking. See if they can get this play off before the clock runs out, and they will not. That is the end of our first quarter of play. And the Killeen Kangaroos own the scoreboard after the first 12 minutes by a score of 21-7. Now let's join our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse, for a special presentation on the field.
The athletic department honors the service of Melissa Hickey for the better part of 21 years. Melissa served as the athletic secretary for Waco ISD. She was the voice, face, and office controller during that 2-decade time frame. Among the thousands of activities she was involved with, none stood out in her mind any higher than the construction of the stadium and the inaugural game played here in September of 2000. She is currently working part-time and taking care of her grandson, Cade. Please join the athletic department honoring our newest lifetime athletic honor roll inductee, Melissa Hickey. Congratulations, Melissa.
A well-deserved honor for Melissa Hickey. Coach, how do you work somewhere for 22 years and still look like you're just 22 years old?
Yeah, that's a good point. She is a really nice young lady.
Been very helpful over the years to those of us at Waco ISD TV and the athletic department. All right, Waco High going into the wind now in this second quarter. That wind has died down some, down to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Ratliff in motion, hand off to Carpenter. Carpenter breaks it outside, finds a little bit of running space, and has the first down up at the 49-yard line. Picked up 9 yards on the play.
Another look at Randy Carpenter. That young man can pick him up and lay him down.
5 carries for 76 yards for Carpenter here in the early go of the second quarter. Looking for his 5th 100-yard rushing game of the season. Lions stack receivers on each side. Smith, the receiver, on the other side, along with a player I don't have a name for. The snap gets away from the quarterback, and Killeen comes up with it. And for whatever reason, Amir Ward thinks you can get up and run with it. This isn't the NFL, but the fumble is going to go over to Killeen, and it's the 3rd turnover of the night.
There it is right there. I thought Long might hang on to it, but he did not. And once again, that's kind of a bad snap. So that's just something we've seen all year, and we'll probably continue to see it.
11 minutes and 13 seconds to go, second quarter. Killeen has the football with a 21-7 lead, and they're in Waco territory at the Lion 40-yard line. James Terry, the quarterback, has Blaze Albino in the backfield with him and hands it off to Albino. He weaves his way through traffic, gets about 10 yards up to the 30.
I tell you, Albino's a pretty good hand himself. I mean, I know Marshall is a good hand, but Albino's shown me something tonight. That's a good look at good quickness, too.
He's carried 10 times for 95 yards and a touchdown. 9.5 yards a carry ain't bad, is it, Coach?
No, not bad at all.
Pitch it to Fox on the end around. Fox gets a block on the far side and has a first down and more, down to about the 15-yard line. Well, they say he's going to step out maybe at the 16 or 17. No, they'll mark him at the 15.
Finally brought down by Rodney Ratliff. You see there's a play, kind of a little reverse right there to Brandon Fox. You can see Ratliff come in and make the tackle right there, number 8.
So he picked up 15 on the play. And now we have flags. A false start will send Killeen back.
Prior to the snap, false start number 60, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
I wouldn't call the penalty on him. He might get mad. Number 60, you know it?
Yeah, Aisi Vaitupu. He is 6'5" and 300 pounds, and he's just a junior, Coach.
Yeah.
We'll see him again next year. So it's now first down and 15 back at the 20. Albino takes the handoff. He's tripped up as he approaches the 15 and falls forward to the 13 for a 7-yard pickup.
Let's see who tripped him up here. I think that might have been Deshaun Fisher again that tripped him up.
He's up a second down and 8. Albino follows the blocks of his offensive line, gets a little extra push down to the 8-yard line. Let him pick up a 5 yards on that play, but it's going to bring up third down.
Might have been Cameron Clark in on that tackle. I could not tell for sure. Might have been him. I think it was.
Send that blocking back, number 11, Nev Rosales to the sideline. So it's just quarterback and the running back in the backfield. Now they'll send DJ in motion to the near side, put all the receivers to the right. Fake the handoff, throw across the middle for the tight end, and it's incomplete. Camp couldn't hold on to it. Tried to get it to Nate Camper, but couldn't hold on.
How tall is he, Lark? Number 14.
6'5", 6'6".
He's a tall drink of water, I'll tell you that.
6'6", 195. He's also a junior.
Good defense that time by Keith Guillory Jr.
We got 4th and 3 at the Waco 8-yard line, and they're going to line up for a field goal. Benitez on to try the point after. Luke Noon with the snap. The hold by Brandon Fox. And Benitez puts it through the uprights with 9:07 left in the first half. Killeen's lead is now out to 24-7 over Waco High.
Remember, coming up at halftime, we will have a performance by the Waco High Live Band in the Scarlet Line. And at the end of the third quarter, I think we'll have the finals in the fastest 5th grader contest, right?
Yes, sir. Took them 2 minutes and 6 seconds to move 40 yards in 6 plays to set up that 25-yard field goal by Benitez.
Well, they show pictures of people on TV. A lot of them just cover their face. I guess they don't be on TV. Or maybe their parents don't know where they are.
I vote for door number 2.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to be at the library, not the football game.
Yeah. Now that beat us to see what type of kickoff they're going to do this time since they have the wind at their back.
Coach, you know those years I spent as a news and sports photographer, you go around with a camera and you always get people jumping up in front of your camera saying, put me on TV, put me on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Well, to get back at some of those people, when I go to Six Flags and people have their home movie cameras out, I jump in front of their home movie cameras and say, put me on TV, put me on TV.
You think we'll see a deep kick this time, or are they going to stay with what they've been doing?
I think they'll stay with what they've been doing. It's worked pretty good for them. Waco High has their deep man about between the 10 and the 15-yard line. They're not necessarily looking for a deep kick. He runs at it like he'll kick it deep and gets it all the way down to the 12. Avion McCoy brings it out to the 35-yard line. Good return there on the deep kick by Avion McCoy.
Finally knocked out of bounds by Jamari Morris from Killeen. You'll see him, number 41, coming to your picture right there.
Waco High scored on their very first possession of the game, but the next 24 points on the board have been put on by the Killeen Kangaroos. Right to the far side is Anthony Abram, a junior wide receiver. Two running backs in the backfield. The handoff goes to Carpenter, and Carpenter can find no room to run. They'll lose a yard back to the 34.
I think the Killeen defense is pretty much aware of the fact that Waco High is not a passing team. They're going to keep it on the ground, so they're pretty much got a lot of folks up there in the box, let's put it that way.
Avion Long is 1 for 4 for no yardage so far. Passing has not been his strong suit this season. He's going to pass on this one, though. Gets out from underneath the rush, rolling right. Now will tuck it and be dropped for a loss back to the 29-yard line. -7 on that play. Bring up a 3rd down and 18.
That's he couldn't find anybody open, so that's a big loss right there. And if he keeps performing like that, we may see Jordan Fuller.
Carpenter one side of the quarterback, Jaden Ridge on the other side. Jaden Ridge gets the handoff, has a little bit of, it's not Ridge that has the ball. Nice fake that time by Long, or as it gets it to Carpenter. My apologies.
Remember last time Waco High had to punt, they had a bad snap and they got it partially blocked. So we'll see Skater, if he can get the ball, he's a good punter, but he got to have a good snap. That's where it all starts.
Lost back to the 27-yard line.
What we got? Got a flag?
Wait. I mean, is it a delay penalty?
There's no foul on the play.
Okay.
I think the wind just blew it out of his pocket or whatever it was.
Got to secure that a little better. Low lining punt that goes out of bounds off the side of the foot. It may be still in Waco High territory after they line it up here. Sure enough, it's going to be out of bounds somewhere around the 46-yard line in Waco's end of the field.
Can't blame that one on a bad snap. That was just a poor punt off the toe of Chris Skater that time.
Yeah, just 19 yards on that punt. Killeen gets it with 6:46 left to go, first half, leading Waco High 24-7. Killeen trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Handoff goes to Darmius on the end around, and he'll be thrown out of bounds into the Killeen bench on the far side, which brings a little excitement from the other side that might have been a late hit.
All right, you make the call right here. There goes Ratliff. Well, yeah, I see where they run upset through that.
They picked up 5 on the play to the 41. James Terry checks the sideline, now calls for the football. Hands it off to Moore, and Moore straight ahead running, bounces off a one would-be tackler and forges ahead to the 35 for a pickup of 6 and a first down.
That's a very determined run that time by Moore. And once again, Deshaun Fisher in on the tackle for Waco High.
Mariante Moore has now carried the ball 8 times for 31 yards and has a touchdown to show for it. New set of downs for the Kangaroos in Waco territory. Moore takes the football, follows a good block, and gets it inside the 30 before he's whipped to the ground. Pickup down to about the 27, a pickup of about 8 yards on the play.
Waco High's got to slow this running game down if at all possible, because they're really having their way with the Lions right now.
I think they're going to have their way with a lot of folks with the size on that offensive line. Motion man, they hand it off to Moore. He'll have the first down and continue to move his feet to get it to the 24-yard line and pick up a 3 and another first down for Killeen. Looks like they're going to be content just to grind it out between the hash marks, run as much clock, and go to halftime with a big lead. Don't forget that big, tall tight end, number 14, Nate Camper.
Think he might play basketball?
I guarantee he do. Moore takes the handoff, gets to the 21-yard line before he meets a red jersey, and then falls forward to the 19. Another pickup of 5 for Moore.
When he scores, they usually put the scores, especially in this district, up on the scoreboard. We haven't seen the Temple Copper Skull score, but I guarantee you the Killeen folks keeping up with that one.
Absolutely. Second down and 5. On the rollout, looking back across the middle, throw is knocked away. Good defense there by Waco High's Raymond O'Neal. He's just a sophomore, Coach.
Yeah, and I think he's disappointed he didn't get a pick right here, because he had a chance, but couldn't hang on.
James Terry just 1 of 7 passing for 22 yards in the game.
That surprises me.
Walker has the big completion, the 55-yard touchdown on the double throwback. Pass is complete to Darmius at the 11 for an 8-yard pickup and a first down.
Look, you see Darmius, he just got good hands. Goes up and gets this one. That's just really a nice play at Darmius. He's a good football player.
Killeen can pick up a first down without getting the touchdown. Hand off to Moore in a big hole over the left side. He'll bounce it outside, head for the corner of the end zone, and get in for the touchdown. His second TD of the night.
You see Moore right there. Right there, he cuts to the outside and made it in easily, I might add.
Benitez to attempt the extra point. They need apparently one more man up on the line of scrimmage.
And I think they finally called a timeout, didn't they?
No, there's got 3, 2, 1. They're going to take the penalty, it looks like, Coach. A delay penalty. And
delay a game. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
Well, we'll see. They get a 5-yard walk-off. Got the wind at their back. Didn't seem to be all that upset about having to try the point after, and it's going to be a new kicker. Reggie Williams, the junior, will attempt the point after attempt. A low liner will get through the uprights just fine. So with 4 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the first half, Killeen leads Waco High by a score of 31-7 on this 11-yard touchdown run by Moore for his second TD of the evening.
It was a nice run that time. Once he broke it to the outside, he wasn't even challenged, to be quite honest with you. 31-7 still in the first half. So this season probably can't be over too soon for Kwame Cavill, I wouldn't think.
Moore has carried the ball 12 times for 58 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. Coach, he came into the game with just 24 carries on the year. And he's just about to double his yardage for the year. He only had 67 yards coming into the contest. Again, we have not seen their top running back, Marshall, in the game at all.
And one reason being that, I don't know whether he's injured or what, but Marshall's only a sophomore, so giving these other guys, most of them seniors, a chance to run the football, I guess. I don't know what the worst season Waco High has ever had, but this has got to be amongst them, I would think. So thinking back over the years.
It has been a while since Waco High has had a season of just 1 win. But again, it's been a challenge for Kwame Cavill to start his career at Waco High with getting very little run-up time to the start of the season with his ball club. Another deep kick. And down at the 9-yard line. Good return by Jaden Ridge. Marking down to about the 32.
See what Jaden Ridge that time had a little opening from up here. Looked like if he'd have broke that one tackle, he might have gone to the house. There's another look at it right there. If he'd have got past that one, it was smooth sailing.
Well, the Lions would like to get some offense of some type before halftime here. Close the gap a little bit. We got Xavier Williams in that's Jordan at the quarterback spot, and the handoff goes to Carpenter. We're wondering when we were going to see Jordan Fuller. Well, there he is in the game right there.
I'm glad to see Jordan get in there. He does a pretty good job, but once again, Waco High is just not a passing team. They just don't throw the ball well, so Killeen can pretty much shore up that defense, try to stop the run.
Carpenter picked up 4 yards on the play, brings up a 2nd down and 6. Carpenter has some room up the middle this time, gets turned around when he gets close to the 1st down, but I believe they're going to give him 1st down yardage to the 42.
There's another look at Randy Carpenter, the bell cow for this Waco High offense, no doubt about it.
Just his 7th carry of the night for 79 yards. He had the 158-yard scamper that set up the Waco High touchdown. 1st down from the Waco 42. Pass looking to pass, but will bring it down, and Fuller will run for the sideline and go out of bounds at the 44, just to pick up 2 yards on the play.
Finally pushed out of bounds by Willie McGee.
Didn't he play shortstop for the Cardinals?
Yeah, they made a song about it too. Me and Bobby McGee, that's his brother.
Yeah, Bobby is his brother, okay.
Yeah.
That stopped the clock with 3:25 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Fuller hands off to Carpenter. Carpenter breaks it back inside and has some running room. Sees he can outrun Killeen Kangaroos, gets away from the horse collar tackle, but he finally stumbles to the ground, but that horse collar tackle is going to move it inside the 10-yard line.
And horse collar tackle was by Willie McGee.
Well, that's about the only way he was going to catch it.
Yep. It used to be a penalty on the horse collar, didn't it?
They threw the flag at the 20-yard line. They're discussing it. Now, do you have to grab the shoulder pads for it to be a horse collar? If you just grab the shirt and bring it down, is that considered a horse collar tackle?
Maybe that's what they're talking about. But old John Fix tell us about it. Maybe.
personal foul, horse collar, number 32 on the defense, half the distance to the goal from the end of the run, first down.
Number 1, it was not number 32.
Correction, the foul was on number 7.
There you go. There you go. Willie McGee. I knew it wasn't 32.
So Waco's going to have it first down. Mark it off down to the 7-yard line, so it was to the 14 is where he got to. And that's first and goal from the 7. A 42-yard pickup a moment ago for Carpenter. The first and goal. Jordan Fuller trying to lead the team into the end zone on his first possession of the night, and he hands it off to Carpenter, who's only able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's good defense that time for Killeen. It's really good defense by, I believe that was Raycon Thompson that made the tackle. You see all the coaches from Waco High. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coaches. Everybody doing a different signal down there.
Trying to get some push out of that offensive line of Willie Carter, Jordan Banda, Herman Newton, Juan Rivera, and George Ramirez. Bit of a hole there for Jaden Ridge to run through, but he's going to be stopped after just 1 yard. Bring up third and goal from the 6.
Yeah, just nowhere for Jaden Ridge to go that time.
Got some pretty good beef up front for the Kangaroos. Raquan Thompson, number 88, 6'10", 280. He's up there. Along with number 75, Jaden Jones, 6'4", 235. That sounds like some college teams, Coach.
Yeah, they're a good side, no doubt about it. Waco High needs to punch this thing in, give them a little momentum going into the second half.
Waco High started the year with a 29-22 win over University. They lost their other non-district game to Georgetown 17-7. And in district, they lost to Ellison 35-16. Dropped the decision to Midway 57-7. Went to Coppers Cove and lost 68-14. Hosted Harker Heights in this 36-17 decision. At Shoemaker, they were dropped 47-10. Last time they were here at Waco ISD Stadium, shut out by Temple at 52-0. Then last week, Belton topped Waco High 63-7. So
you notice they give up a lot of points, don't they?
they do give up a lot of points. Third and goal from the 6. Jordan Fuller, the quarterback, hands it off to Carpenter. Carpenter, big hole over the right side and into the end zone for the touchdown. Nice job on the right side by Jordan Banda and George Ramirez to open the hole for Carpenter to get into the end zone.
It sure was. I'm not sure that play wasn't designed to go outside, and Carpenter saw a little opening off tackle and took advantage of it. Let's take one more look at it. Yep, there he is. That was some good, really good blocking that time, the Waco line, offensive line.
Extra point attempt is good. 1 minute and 48 seconds left to go in our first half. Waco High has closed the gap, trailing Killeen 31-14 thanks to this 6-yard run by Randy Carpenter.
Randy Carpenter's not a big youngster, but you know, they say dynamite comes in small packages.
Took him 2 minutes and 28 seconds to cover the 68 yards in 7 plays on that scoring drive. And minus the turnovers in this first half, Waco High might have had a lot closer game, but Killeen has definitely taken advantage of some Waco High turnovers here in the first half.
Yeah, and when when they stripped that ball, just took it away from the receiver's hands. That was a big turnaround in my opinion.
Certainly was. That was on the second possession for Waco High. Waco High got that first touchdown, take a 7-0 lead. Killeen came back with a 6-play drive to tie it, and then they were able to recover a fumble on the ensuing kickoff and took that in for a score. And then that's when that takeaway on the completed pass where a Kangaroo just flat took the ball away from a Waco receiver, and Killeen turned that into a 21-7 lead on a 55-yard pass on a throwback from Walker to Albino. Kick comes down at the 9-yard line. Albino has the football up to near the 29-yard sideline for about a 20-yard return for Blaze Albino.
What Waco High needs to do now is keep Killeen out of the end zone for the rest of this half. Pretty nice kick by Skato that time.
Especially
kicking
into that wind.
Yeah, kicking in that wind. It may have died a little bit, but it's still, you can see the flags blowing pretty good.
Started the game at 50 degrees. It's down to 48 as we near halftime. James Terry, the quarterback, has Blaze Albino in the backfield with him. And will look to throw. Pitches it to Albino on the swing pass, and Albino will take it up to near the 40. Pick up the 11 on the play, and Waco High has a player down.
Another look at Albino. Ducked his head, picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards, enough for the first down, with 1:34 remaining in the first half.
Patrick Tucker, the player, slow to get up. He will come to the sideline. First down pickup of 11 yards on that pass to Albino. Clock stopped with 1:34 to go. Killeen also had their training staff out on the field to bring water to the players, but they seem to be okay. Now we're back with the clock rolling under 1.5 minutes. Send Albino in motion, empty backfield. Terry winds up and throws a incomplete pass at the feet of Darmius.
I guess Kileen's going to try to put some points on the board before after, and if they're throwing the football. Now they have a second down 10. This is a passing situation, I would think. And according to the scoreboard, they still have all 3 timeouts remaining.
In and out of the hands of Albino, it snuck out of the backfield. That would have been a big chunk if he able to come up with that one.
And he was wide open. There it is. Just maybe that ball should have been caught when it went right between his hands.
Ken Terry is just 3 of 10 passing. Make that 2 of 10 passing for just 33 yards. Gonna load up. Now he brings it back. Now throws to a man who was not anywhere near open. Try to get it to that tight end, Nate Camper. Now we have a flag back near the line of scrimmage, normally where you see holding.
That was nice defense that time by Raymond.
Personal foul. Late hit on the quarterback.
Yep.
15 yards previous spot. First down.
That's going to bring it back and give them a first down.
Lark, I just saw that on the replay. That's a very questionable call, let's put it that way.
Roughing the passer penalty moves it down to the Waco 45-yard line with 1:10 to go. Keeps the scoring threat alive for Killeen. Three receivers now to the left of the formation. Terry the throw deep and throws it too deep. That one just kind of caught the wind and kept going as he tried to get it to Darmius. They're working on their passing game on this series, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, they're trying to get that ball in the end zone before halftime. And Still a little over a minute left, and there's another look at it. He just overshot Dormius that time.
Stops the clock with 64 seconds left. Now he hands it off to Albino, who runs up the middle and bangs his way up to about the 35. Pickup of right at 10 on the play, and it should give another first down.
Well, I hate to say it, but once again, it's Deshaun Fisher in on the tackle for Waco High. He's had a good game defensively so far.
He'll sleep well tonight. Another first down from the 35. Underneath throw to Albino. Sidesteps a couple of would-be tacklers and then goes down to the 19-yard line. A gain of 16 on that one.
I look for Killeen maybe to call a timeout after this play.
Well, actually, Waco High going to call a timeout here. Try to slow things down.
Timeout, Waco. Their second timeout of the half.
Be sure to stick around at halftime as we'll get the performance of the Waco High band, and then we'll also get the finals of the fastest fifth grader in the Waco Independent School District. I look forward to that every year, don't you, Coach?
Oh, yeah. There's somebody holding up a sign there that says Jordan. I assume that's for Jordan Fuller.
I'll be interested to see if he's at that basketball game tomorrow as Waco High takes on University, and the only time that those two teams will play each other during the basketball season this year, since they've been realigned into not only different districts but different classifications by the university.
He may be at the game wearing a helmet. You know it?
He may be.
He get some shoes.
First and 10 from the 19. Terry on the delay handoff to Albino, who bounces off one would-be tackler, but not the second one. Jacob Mitchell was there first. He's finally finished off by Jamie and
Killeen.
Waco High came on blitz that time, and now Killeen has opted to use one of their timeouts. They still have 2 left with 27 seconds left in the half.
One of the few negative rushing plays for Albino as he lost 3 yards on that play.
Good look at the Waco High line huddle around Coach Cavill. Kind of get the strategy for what they're going to do here.
Right now, Killeen has run 43 offensive plays for 304 yards in the first half alone, Coach. Waco High, meanwhile, has run 23 offensive plays for 124 yards.
I think that's pretty much indicative of the score, don't you?
Absolutely. Second and 13. To pass for the end zone. Overthrown. Once again, trying to go to Darmius. With him step for step is Demarion Lyons.
Yeah, this brings up a 3rd and long. I think they're in 4-down territory right now. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Inside handoff to Albino. He'll take it down to the 17-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play, but it brings up a 4th down. We'll look for Killeen to wait for the clock to tick down to the final second. Call a timeout. That's exactly what they do. They call it a timeout with 2 seconds remaining on the game clock. And they will line up for a field goal. The ball at the 18-yard line after that 4-yard pickup by Albino. Benito Ramirez will get the opportunity to kick his second field goal of the night. He hit from 25 yards out earlier. This will be about a 36-yarder.
Certainly
the wind at his back.
Within his distance with that wind, I don't think there's any question about that. This will end the half, I know that, one way or the other.
Brandon Fox do the hold. Luke Noon is the deep snapper. Good snap, good hold. It's plenty long, and it is plenty good. Final play of the first half is a 35-yard field goal by Benitez Ramirez that makes it Killeen 34 and Waco High 14 at halftime. Stay where you are. Our halftime activities are coming up in just a moment right here on Waco ISD TV.
Waco High School is proud to present the Scarlet Line Drill Team under the direction of Wanda Johnson and LaShonda Gaines. Scarlet Line officers are Captain J.J. Aguilar, Co-Captain Cale Harris, First Lieutenants Hannah Gill and India Powell, Second Lieutenants Jasmine Jordan and Helena Evans, Social Officer Christiana Hernandez. The Scarlet Line Dancer of the Week is Kayla Hawkins. The Scarlet Line will be performing a dynamic routine tonight to the smash hit, Mic Drop. Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2018 Lion Pride Band is under the direction of Scott Stuhler, Tyler Sage, and Michelle Nelson. Percussion is instructed by David Johnson and Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Ron Espinoza. Visual instructors are Alex Wynn. Student drum majors are Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry. The outstanding band members of the week are all of our senior members. Have a great last show. Tonight, the band will be performing this season's competition show entitled Labyrinth, featuring Giuseppe Verdi's Requiem, Radiohead's Creep, Pachelbel's Canon in D, and Beethoven's Ode to Joy, arranged by Ted Riker and Scott Stuhler.
No one can save you, not even your so-called hero, Theseus. Guards, take them to the labyrinth.
Drum majors Andrew Ramirez and Charlie Henry is your band ready. 2018
Band would like to thank you for your attention and support this evening, and to all of our band parent volunteers for their tremendous efforts and support this season. Yay, band parents! Our band would also...
The girls' race, representing Hillcrest is Kamari Greenleaf, and representing Kendrick is Marley Butler. Good luck, young ladies. And now the boys' race, representing Parkdale is Caden Thomas Judy, and representing Kendrick is Carlos Perez. Good luck, gentlemen. Congratulations to our winners.
Hi, I'm your student sideline reporter, Armando Berry, and I'm here with the winners of the fastest fifth grader race. On my left, we have
Kamari Greenleaf.
On my right, we have
Caden Thomas Judy.
All right, Caden, you just won the race. How do you feel?
Surprised and scared.
And how do you feel?
Excited.
Is there any ways that you prepared for the race before?
I just stretched.
And what about you?
I don't honestly know, but what was the question? What was the question?
How did you prepare?
Training in PE, running laps, walking on the line, stretching, and that's it.
Okay. What school are you from?
Parkdale.
And what school are you from?
Hillcrest PDS.
Okay. What were you thinking while you were running the race?
I thought I was ahead of her and I knew I was gonna win.
And what about you? While you were running, what were you thinking?
It was a close tie. I was so nervous. I was nervous. I was scared. Cause I thought the person that was next to me was gonna beat me.
Now that you are the fastest fifth graders, do you feel some bragging rights for yourself and your school?
Yes.
And what about you? Do you feel like?
I feel like now at school people they're gonna jump around and all that cause we wanted a pizza party. Then they might be chanting my name. And
Okay. Thanks for your time, guys, and congrats on the win.
Congratulations to our fastest fifth graders as they were crowned here at halftime. We also saw the Waco High Band. You see the Lions returning to the field for the second half of action here against the Killeen Kangaroos, trailing by 20, 34-14.5, and the halftime statistics pretty much bear out that score, as Killeen has run 46 offensive plays for 317 yards. Waco High's run half the number of plays, 23, for just 124 yards. Most of that on the ground, 120 yards on the ground on 18 carries. Killeen has 205 yards on the ground on 31 carries. Killeen is 5 of 15 passing for 112 yards. Waco 2 of 5 passing for just 4 yards. The big problem in the first half for Waco High was turnovers, as they fumbled the ball 3 times to Killeen. Killeen coughed up the ball 1 time. And Killeen has been plagued by some penalties in the first half. 7 times they've been penalized for 64 yards. Waco High penalized just twice for 30 yards. And Killeen is pretty much on the time of possession, 14 minutes and 36 seconds to 9 minutes and 24 seconds for Waco High. But Waco High's Randy Carpenter has the most rushing yards in the first half, 128 yards on just 10 carries. Coach, they need to give him the ball more often if he's getting 12.8 yards per carry. Meanwhile, Blaze Albino the surprise leading rusher for Killeen, with 119 yards on 15 carries, followed closely by DeMarante Moore with 12 carries and 58 yards. Passing has not been a big thing for either one of these teams tonight or this season. Avion Walker had that one throwback pass for a 55-yard touchdown to Albino. James Terry, the starting quarterback, 4 of 14 passing for 57 yards. Waco High starter Davion Long, 1 of 4 passing. That pass went for no yards, and Jordan Fuller 1 of 1 for 4 yards, and Killeen gets the ball to start the second half from the 10-yard line. Straight up the middle, out to about the 35-yard line. With the football was Brandon Fox, and Coach, Waco High has to stop Killeen on defense and get that ball to Randy Carpenter in the second half, don't they?
Yeah, but they hadn't been able to stop them. They running off tackle pretty much at will against this Waco High defense. So maybe they made some adjustments at halftime, much like University did last week.
So Killeen will start at their own 33-yard line. James Terry, the quarterback, has Blaze Albino in the backfield and hands it off to Albino. It finds room over right tackle and gets another first down as he's across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line for a gain of 13.
Once again, they're going right back where they left off the first half, going right off tackle. Finally brought down by Patrick Tucker that time.
Again, we have not seen their top running back, Kadarius Marshall, at any time in this game. There goes Albino again into Waco territory down to the 45-yard line. Or a pickup of about 9. Well, let's give him 8 on that play.
Marshall has to be hurt or something, Lord, because, I mean, you just don't leave your bell cows usually in there.
They have to get to the 43 for the first down. Hand it off to a new running back in the backfield. That's Luke Noon with the football. That's 9 and not 8, so it is again Albino with the football. Pardon me.
Number 58 of the offense, 10-yard penalty, replay second down.
Saw the holding right there. If you were watching it, you saw the hold.
That one's coming back with the flag. Well, Killeen is doing their part to try to make the postseason, but Copper's Cove is not helping them out much. Temple is helping them out quite a bit at halftime.
Yeah.
So Killeen trying to get into the postseason with the win here.
If Waco cannot stop that off tackle run, it's going to be a long night because Killeen's just going to keep running it.
Mark it back to the 49-yard line after that penalty. Handoff goes to Albino, and he gets by a bunch of Waco High tacklers. That's Moore and not Albino, number 22, and he's not stopped until he gets down to the 15-yard line.
Finally wrestled down by Raymond O'Neill.
Picked up 34 yards on the play and another first down.
There's another look at it. I tell you what, they have a stable of running backs, I'll say that.
James Terry, the quarterback, looking to pass into the corner, and that one is knocked away. Tried to get it to Darmius, but Marion Lyons there to defend for Waco High.
Thought there might have been a flag on the play.
Offsides, 41 on the defense, 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Bring up a second down. No, we'll only bring up the first down in 5. Moore has the football. Running room inside the 5 down to about the 4. Pick up a 5 on the play for Moore.
Waco High defense needs to bow their neck right here.
Brings up a 1st and goal. Picked up 4 first downs in this drive. He goes to pass and loses the football and falls right back on top of it. That one just slipped out of his hands. Could that be the product of cold hands on a cool night?
He Could it be? Look at you. Watch this right here. That ball just flat slipped out of his hand. That would have been construed as a fumble, I would imagine.
Absolutely. That's the reason why
it was not going forward.
Loses back to the 7-yard line. Moore picking his way through and gets into the end zone. And he has his 3rd touchdown of the night. 7-yard touchdown run.
Boy, I'd give credit to that clean offensive line. They were pushing the Waco High lines back into the end zone.
DeMariante Moore. His 3rd touchdown this evening. He came into the game with just 1 touchdown this year. Still got 10 seconds left on the play clock to get this extra point off, as Reggie Williams will attempt the point after. He sends it through the uprights. So with 9:27 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Killeen extends its lead to 41-14 on this 7-yard run by DeMariante Moore.
By the way, if Temple wins tonight and Midway wins tonight, I know for sure that Temple will have to travel to Longview next week.
Wow.
Which is probably not good.
No. Never good when you have to travel to Longview.
No. And I tell you, on the 5A level, Lufkin's a very good team. Their only loss this year was to Longview, so that's some good teams over in East Texas.
2 minutes and 33 seconds to cover 67 yards and 7 plays for Killeen to get on the board first here in the second half. And lead 41-14. Waco High got the first touchdown of the game just 35 seconds into the contest on a 2-yard run by freshman quarterback Davion Long. That was after a long run by Randy Carpenter of 58 yards to set it up. Then Killeen ran off 31 consecutive points before Waco High was able to answer. That's when Killeen pretty much took control of this one. Going to come down to the 7-yard line to McCoy. He'll get it up to about the 30 for a 23-yard return.
Keegan McCoy has done a good job this year for Waco High. Just take a look at him right there. He is a senior on this ball club, so this most likely will be his last hurrah. I'll say one thing, none of these seniors will ever play here at Waco ISD Stadium again. As a Waco High player, right?
I would think not. Randy Carpenter takes the handoff. Boy, is he whacked as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tried to make a cut, but a Killeen Kangaroo was there to turn him the other way. Jordan Fuller in at quarterback to start the second half.
You see Randy trying to get to the outside, and it just did not happen.
Lost a yard back to the 29, brings up a 2nd and 11. Fuller and Carpenter in the backfield. The wideouts are Anthony Abrams, Rashawn Smith, and Akebian McCoy. And the snap gets away from Waco High, and a great job to maybe get back to it. It's still loose in the end zone, and who's got it?
Does Killeen have it? If so, it's a touchdown.
We're waiting to get an indication from the officials as to exactly what happened here. But a bad snap gives Killeen the opportunity to maybe score on a fumble.
Offsides on the defense.
Never mind.
5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So all that goes for naught, Coach.
Yeah, it does. I just now looked at the consistent coaches for Killeen. Dominic Ziegler is on their staff, former Baylor player who caught the 2-point conversion and beat the Aggies from Sean Bell.
That's right. I can't remember. Did he play for the Kangaroos or did he play for Ellison?
I think he played for Kangaroos. I'm pretty sure he did.
Well, we got a 2nd down and 6 after the penalty up to the 34-yard line. Carpenter trying to find some running room, able to get some running room up to the 38-yard line for a gain of about 4.
Randy Carpenter is having a tough time tonight. You see right there, he's having a hard time against those big guys from Killeen. No question about it. But once he gets past that first seam, he can go.
Some of those big guys for that Killeen defense. Nose guard to Sean Johnson, the defensive ends, Raekwon Thompson and Amir Ward. 3rd and about 3. Carpenter has the first down and slips through up to the 44-yard line. A gain of 5 and picks up a new series of downs for the Lions.
Finally brought down to Avion Grant from Killeen that time. Waco High's had pretty good success running the football, especially Carpenter. He's having a good evening.
That linebacker core, Tioni Gomez, Chris Ingram, Tula Lafutu, and Michael Joseph. Looking to pass, pump fake. Fuller gets out from under the rush, now throws it upfield and finds an open man at the 50-yard line. Roy McChristian gets it into Killeen territory, down to about the 38.
Is that the first pass I wonder if Roy's caught this year?
I'm looking. It is the 3rd.
3rd, okay.
Actually, his 4th. 4th pass completion of the year to McChristian. Again, we've got a bad snap. Fuller picks it up and tries to throw it away and does. He's outside the pocket. I'm looking for flags somewhere, and I don't see any.
See, everybody was looking over the sideline to get the play, and the center snapped the ball, so something went awry. That's all I can tell you.
Ball's at the Killeen 38-yard line. And 2nd down and 10. That was an 18-yard pass to McChristian a moment ago. That more than doubles his pass reception yardage for the year from 17 to 35. Fuller sends a man in motion, but hands it off to Carpenter, and Carpenter is grabbed as he gets to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Yeah, that time Randy really didn't have a chance to get his motor running because he was stopped at the line of scrimmage. Stayed right there, but one of those big guys, that big guy made the tackle right there, happened to be Timothy Twilley. They call him TT.
There's a country song in there somewhere. 10 seconds left on the play clock as they get the play call in.
Takes them a long time to get that play in.
They do get the snap off. Fuller flushed, will run and see if he can pick up the first down, but he's not anywhere close to the first down. Run out of bounds at about the 32-yard line to pick up a 6 on the play. It'll bring up 4th and 4.
No question they're going for it here. Rashawn Smith is checking in at one of the wide receiver spots. You see Fuller that time, just nowhere, couldn't find anybody open, so he made the best he could out of it. He made, what do you call it, a silk purse out of a cow's ear or something like that. I don't know how you say that.
One of those.
Sal's ear, somebody's ear.
Not mine. It was the Vander Holyfields, I don't know. Fuller looking to pass again. Flushed by the rush, will throw, and it's in and out of the hands of McAvion McCoy. The ball will go over on downs to Killeen at their own 32-yard line.
Good defense that time by John Grant from Killeen, and had a little conversation on the sideline with Waco High, and they told him to get out of here, get the other side.
Waco held on to the ball for 3:31, but got nothing out of it. Give it to the Roos with a 41-14 lead for Killeen. And 5:56 left to go in the third quarter. Still have James Terry in it. Oh, we don't have Terry in the quarterback. That's Walker in at the quarterback. Blaze Albino, though, is still on the field and picking up blockers, headed downfield into Waco territory, and finally run out of bounds on the far sideline by Keith Guillory Jr., but not before he gets all the way to the Waco 40. It's a gain of 28 yards on the play for Albino.
Look at Albino right here. He goes completely across the field against the grain. Really makes a nice run for Guillory. Finally knocks him out of bounds.
From 28 yards. For Albino. Gives him 168 on the night. Moore with the football this time. It's only 3 yards out of it to the 37.
As they look at it, and put a nice tackle out there by Rodney Ratliff, one of the Ratliff boys.
Yeah, the new quarterback is Avion Walker, a 6'3", 180-pound sophomore, taking over for the starter, James Terry, who's just a junior. Moore gets a good block on the edge, uses his speed to get around the corner, now looking for a cutback lane. A little juke move gets him inside the 30 to the 29 and picks up the first down.
Yeah, he showed pretty good speed on this play right here. Started to the right, goes back to left, and put it in overdrive. There he went. Finally, he said, uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
So that means they came up?
Well, the coaching staff likes him because he picked up the first down. Walker hands it off to Albino, and he follows that massive offensive line up the middle inside the 25 down to the 22. Pick up 7 yards on the play.
Once again, that Killeen offensive line doing their job up front.
That is the first string offensive line still in the ball game, with the number 2 quarterback running the offense here. Walker on the rollout. Looks like a quarterback keeper, and he'll spin his way inside the 15 down to about the 13 for a pickup of 9 and pick up one more first down.
Finally brought down by Keith Guillory, and that was the design run all the way. Guillory finally comes in and makes the tackle.
Clock rolling with 3:25 left in the third quarter. Albino runs it around the right side. A good cutback to get him inside the 10-yard line down to the 8 for a gain of 5 on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
Looks like Raymond O'Neill might have been in on the tackle that time for the Waco High line. Had a little help from his partner, Zamir Latchison.
Center Ronald Lemua, 5'9", 285. They follow that block. Walker goes into the end zone over the left side, untouched for the 8-yard score. For Walker, that is his first rushing touchdown of the year.
I know there's a lot of areas that Kwame Cavill's going to have to address before next year, but one of them would certainly be on the defensive side of the football, where they have to change the type of alignment, where they go to they're already in a 4-man front, where they go to something else. I don't know, but their defense has been giving up a lot of points and a lot of yards this year.
After Waco High gives up the ball on downs, Killeen goes 68 yards in 7 plays for that touchdown. have a Waco Lion being looked at by the training staff after that play. Justin Elford, Emily Kuhn, the training staff for Waco High. Kwame Cavill also out there to check on Avion Mathis.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Waco High defensive starting lineup. They only have 5 seniors. Maybe that's one of the reasons they're giving up so much yardage is these underclassmen starting. But what you see is what you get.
Bahimi Isbell checks in on the extra point team. As Mathis comes to the sideline, limping a bit, but under his own power. Reggie Williams lining up for the extra point attempt as they have pretty much alternated the kickers between he and Juarez Pena. Williams toes that one through. And 2:38 left in the third quarter. Killeen extends its lead to 48-14 on this 8-yard run by the quarterback, Avion Walker.
Well, 48-14. It's going to be hard to come back from this deficit, but if you're Waco High, you just have to keep improving and do the best that you can, because that's all you do right now. You got about another 12, about 14 minutes. This season will be over with. And we have not seen Davion Long in this second half, have we?
No, sir.
I didn't think so.
Waco High now has run 31 offensive plays for 156 yards. Killeen 58 plays for 447 yards. And we're not even in the fourth quarter yet. George Juarez Pena to kick it off. Jaden Ridge will take it at the 17. Stays on his feet across the 30, pulls out of a tackle for a moment, gets it up to about the 33.
Well, we'll see now if Waco High, I mean, you got to keep pounding the rock. Are they going to stick with Randy Carpenter? That's been their biggest weapon so far this season.
Carpenter 14 carries for 136 yards. He has picked up his 5th 100-yard rushing game of the year, and now we do have Davion Long back in the game at quarterback for Waco High. He'll hand it off to Carpenter. Carpenter loses the football, has it stripped from him, and Killeen is on top of it. There to recover the ball is Tula Lafotu, one of the linebackers. 4th turnover of the night against Waco High. Gives Killeen the ball right back in Waco High territory at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, turnovers can be a killer, and that's not the only reason Waco High is behind on the scoreboard, but it certainly does not help.
Killeen gets it with 2:24. As Walker again comes in at quarterback. Has Albino as his running back, hands it off to Blaze, and Blaze blazes another trail behind that huge offensive line, and looks like he's picked up another first down to the 23-yard line.
There's another good look at it. Once again, Waco High is getting beat up front. They're having good success off tackle. Now, is there a penalty on the play?
Yeah, there's a flag at the 20-yard line. Blaze Albino, 21 carries for 191 yards and a touchdown. He's had a 51-yard run earlier in the game.
Dead ball.
He also caught a 55-yard pass.
Unsportsmanlike conduct, number 71 of the offense. 15-yard penalty. Be first down. 71's first unsportsmanlike penalty.
Well, that's the center, Caesar
Caesar.
Bartolo.
Yeah, old Caesar. Yeah.
Well, they just didn't hail Caesar. So that'll take it back 15 yards, back to the 38-yard line. They've now been penalized 10 times for 94 yards. That's a lot of penalties this late in the season.
Yes, it is. Way too many.
But it's not affecting their scoreboard output right now.
They've had several personal fouls, haven't they?
At least 6 that I can remember. 1, 2, 3. Well, they're only showing 4 here, but it seems like there's been more.
Now they're talking it over. Old John Meese got them all huddled up down there trying to figure out what's going on. All right, John, tell us what's going on.
I wonder if they're trying to figure out about the chains, whether they should have that as a first down or not. I think that's what Kwame Cavill's question was, because they're showing it 1st and 10, but back at the 38. If it was a post possession, they should be 1st and 25, I think is what Kwame's argument was. They're going to throw for Luke Noon, and Noon has it. Has it inside the 10-yard line.
Well, that was a nice pass this time, a nice catch. It really was. There, look at it right there. That was a beautiful, beautiful throw.
Just the 5th catch of the year for Noon. He does have 1 touchdown reception to his credit. So Walker, he's 2 for 2 passing now for quite a bit of yards. They got that one down to the 9. There goes Noon again. He's got the ball down to the 2.
And they're on the lip of the cup now. That tackle was made by Rodney Ratliff. He's made a lot of tackles tonight.
29 yards on that pass a moment ago. And that was not Noon carrying the ball a moment ago. That was Albino.
Rodney Ratliff is the leading tackler for this Waco High team. I don't think you want your strong safety to be the leading tackler, though.
No, she'd rather you're somebody on the defensive line or a linebacker.
Yep.
Bad snap. Walker's going to try to get into the end zone with it, and will. His 2nd touchdown of the night comes from 2 yards away.
That's the 54th point they put on the board. We still have 36 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. There it is right there.
Well, they're easily overcome the 15-yard penalty, that 29-yard pass to Noon. It only took them 4 plays to cover 34 yards. And now we have a flag thrown.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 12 players on the field. 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
They only had 1 too many.
Is that all? Just 1?
Yeah.
Well, Waco High should just sneak an extra player on, right?
Yeah, they could.
For the 2nd time they've had to kick an extra point from the 15-yard line. This one is a low liner that will be off to the right. So the point after, no good by George Juarez Pena.
Offsides on the defense.
No.
5 yards from the previous spot. Replay the try.
It's Reggie Williams that's going to get a 2nd opportunity.
If I was old John Meese, I'd tell my fellow officials, You know, it's cold out here. This game's out of hand. Don't throw any more flags.
Got an hour and a half drive back to College Station.
Yeah. Don't throw any more flags.
Correction, it's half the distance from the goal. The try will be from the 4-yard line.
They're going to give Reggie Williams one more opportunity to put a 55th point on the board. And this time he makes it good. Just 36 seconds left in the third quarter. 55-14 our score, Killeen over Waco High.
We'll get a little break in action. Let's acknowledge our crew tonight, braving the elements to bring you some good pictures. Leisha Powers, instant replay. Ricky Mazza, director. On camera night, LJ, Jesse Maldonado, Terrell McSpadden, Leslie Ugaldi, oh, she's a sweetheart. Jason Pateo is our producer. Also tonight, helping out wherever he can. Audio engineer is always David Ellis. Sideline reporter Armando Berry. Intern is Joseph Gomez. And don't forget our statistician, Mr. Tankersley, who does a great, great job. I said that just the way you told me, right? Got it, Tank.
Now, where's that $5 bill now? Do appreciate the work of our crew. Six seconds left of this quarter.
I'd be for a running clock in the fourth quarter myself.
We saw that once earlier this year.
Yeah. Who did I talk to about that?
Guy right over here.
Larry Weeks, he take care of that?
No, the guy just on the other side of Larry.
Oh, okay.
Ratliff bringing the ball back. Lots of running room. Actually, that's 12 instead of 17. That's Demarion Lyons that gets it outside the 35 up to near the 40-yard line.
There's a good look at Demarion Lyons right there on this kickoff return. Couple of pretty good moves. Old Demarion show.
They'll start at the 38-yard line. We'll see if they run just one play before we go to the fourth quarter. Waco High will have the win in the fourth quarter. It's still blowing out of the north at about 10 to 15 miles per hour.
How's it get up in the booth like this? Well, I'd like to know.
Got to close the windows.
I think they're closed.
Hand off to a new running back in the backfield. That's James Taylor with the football. And he will get back to the line as well. He'll lose a yard on the play. Back to the 37.
The clock is stopped. Is there a reason for that?
It's going now.
Oh, okay.
I believe Kwame Cavill will be content to go ahead and let the third quarter clock run out. So after 3 periods of play, Killeen leads Waco High 55-14. Now let's check down to the sideline with Armando, who's got the Waco High trainers with him. Armando?
Thanks, Larkin Butch. I'm here with 2 of Waco High's personal trainers.
I'm Molly.
And
I'm Paris.
Now, Paris, as a student trainer, what do you do?
Well, we're in charge of keeping our players safe, and we do everything from taping wrists and ankles to running out onto the field and making sure that they're okay and they can come off.
Same question to you, Molly. What do you do as a student trainer?
I mainly just give them water, but sometimes I get to help keep them safe.
As a student trainer being at Waco High, what does that mean to you?
Well, it takes a lot of commitment, but it's really fun and I really enjoy it.
What about you, Paris? What does being at Waco High mean to you?
Well, these girls have been like my family. I spend so much time with them 6 days a week, and so just having that relationship with these girls has been amazing.
After you graduate from Waco High, what are your plans?
I'm going to attend college and hopefully go on a pre-med track, and then hopefully medical school after that.
What about you? How do you feel?
I'm planning to go into sports medicine.
Okay. Back to you, Larkin Butch.
All right, Armando, thank you very much. Fourth quarter action. First play for Waco High goes to Jaden Ridge. Ridge back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Maybe a yard pickup on the play.
If I'm Kwame Cavill, I keep that ball on the ground, run that clock, and get out of Dodge.
Wonder if we have seen the last of Randy Carpenter for the night. 15 carries for 136 yards, fumbled on his last carry.
I hope not. He's a senior. I'd like to see him get some add to that total.
Jaden Ridge brings it out to the 39-yard line. Just another 1-yard pickup, brings up 4th and 9.
I'd like to see the man get off one good punt tonight of Skato, because he's capable, but he has not punted well tonight.
Got the wind at his back, and Killeen just now putting somebody back to return the kick. Going back is Josh Weaver. Got plenty of time and gets up a nose-up spiral back to the 19-yard line. Weaver up the middle on the return, picks up a block on the near side. The kicker, the one man to beat, and gets by him, and Weaver finally is forced out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. A nice kick, but an even nicer return by Weaver.
Very nice return, and you see right there why Chris Skato is a punter, because he didn't do a very good job right here. You see number 80, he had a chance to at least knock him out of bounds. Didn't even do that.
Brings it back all the way to the Waco 32, so in the exchange it's a -7 yards. You'd have been better off just going for it. Turn it over at the 39-yard line.
Yeah, he would have.
Another quarterback into the game for Killeen is Keyshawn Jasper, a senior quarterback who's 5'6" and 180 pounds, takes over as the signal caller.
They got a lot of quarterbacks, don't they?
Moore is the running back. He hands it off to Moore, and Moore will get a yard up to the 31. Yeah, this is the time you just keep it between the hash marks and let the play clock run down to 2 before you snap it. Run as much clock as you can, as Cameron Clark came in to make the tackle on that play. Clean sideline, taking his time getting the play in, just to make sure that that play clock runs down. Once again, Moore has the handoff and a good block over the right tackle. Get it inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. He's still a yard shy of the first down.
And the clock continues to roll. Our committee members are coming up here a little early. I think the cool weather's got to them a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get out of the cold.
And they don't need to come up here then.
It's a little chilly in our box.
Little chilly.
Like beans with that chili? Well, a new running back in the backfield. That's number 11, Nev Rosales, with the football, and rolls his way inside the 20 to the 19 for the first down.
5'7", 240 pounds. He looks like a bowling ball out there.
Like Norm Boulash.
Yep.
Picked up 4 on the play and the first down. Keeps the clock running with 8:20 left to go in the contest. Killeen with a 55-14 lead. And looking for a pathway into the playoffs. Rosales is upended when he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Good tackle there by Cameron Clark once again.
It was a good tackle that time by Cameron.
Second and 10 at the Waco 19.
Okay.
There's a couple of wide receivers for this Killeen team going, why are we even out here?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thank y'all. Yeah. All right, get in your car and warm up. Have a safe trip back. All right.
Tell them to warm up my truck while they're at it.
Yeah.
Rosales once again goes over right guard this time. Maybe gets it up to the 18-yard line. He's just out there to eat clock.
Mark, our defensive player of the game will be Deshaun Fisher.
He deserves it.
And our offensive player will be Jaden Bridge, who carries the ball quite a bit tonight when Carpenter's not in there. So we'll be those two guys and Kwame Cavill following the contest.
Late clock reaches 14 as they get the play in. They'll wait for it to get down to around 2 before they snap the football. On the keeper. Jasper down to about the 13-yard line. Still going to be short of the first down. I expect Killeen just to go for it here.
Brought down by a host of Waco High line. I'm trying to see number 60 was kind of in on that tackle, kind of led the charge, but I don't have a 60.
There's some numbers on the field that we do not have on our roster, as we are not given an updated roster this week. 4th and 5, or maybe 4, from the 13. And Jasper will roll to the right side. Will not get to the 10-yard line where he needs to go for the first down, so the ball will go over on downs to Waco High with 5:52 left in the contest.
One more look at it, you'll see there's that number 60 again. I wish I knew his name, because he's made a couple of really nice tackles.
Waco High gets the ball one more time in this contest in their own territory at the 14-yard line. Scored the first touchdown of the game, but then Killeen rolled off 31 consecutive points to take control of this one before halftime. Randy Carpenter has the football and is out across the 30-yard line. As Carpenter will get an opportunity here to finish off his senior season as he picks up the first down on that run.
Yeah, he's going to be around maybe that 150-yard rushing mark before it's over, I would think.
Picked up 15 on that one, just past 153. On his 16th carry of the night. Pretty sure that Killeen has the reserve defense in, as long as Jordan Fuller looking to pass and almost has it picked off as he tried to go to McKeevy and McCoy. There to knock it away was David Pena.
The very first of that was not an interception, because number one, the ball was not thrown that well, and the defensive back made a good play on it. Nearly did pick it.
Once again, it's Jordan Fuller in at the quarterback spot. Carpenter in the backfield with him. Clock stopped with 5:16 left after the incomplete pass. Hand off to Carpenter. He bounces it outside, then back inside, and gets across the 40 to about the 41. Pick up the 12 on the play. And another first down for Waco High.
There's another look at Randy Carpenter. Closing out his senior season here at the Waco High with a bang.
27 yards on the last 2 carries for Carpenter. Puts him at 165 yards on 17 carries and 1 touchdown tonight. Gives Carpenter 7 rushing touchdowns for the year. He once again heads over left tackle this time and gets it up near midfield to the 49 for an 8-yard pickup.
Another look at Randy Carpenter, and he's making the most of his last game here at Waco ISD Stadium.
Some reserves on that up defensive line. 52, Robert Owens. 54, Elijah Taylor for Killeen. Carpenter gets around the corner and into Killeen territory. Down to the 46. Another pickup of 5 and another first down for Waco High.
Waco High's got something to build on next year because both their quarterbacks will be returning. Jordan Fuller is just a junior and Avion Long only a freshman, so they'll have a little bit of experience when they come back next year. Around the 3-minute mark, I'll be making my way down to do some short, warm interviews.
Rodney Ratliff in the tailback spot takes the handoff. Ratliff moves it forward to the 41-yard line. He picks up 5 on the play. Not seen Rodney carry the ball often this year out of running back spot. Second down and 5 at the Killeen 42. Getting 4 yards in that last pickup. Second and 6. Fuller looking to pass. Comes to the near side. Double team and a little bit out of bounds. Intended for Demarion Lyons. And a flag throw. Let's see if that's going to be interference. Offensive or defensive. I didn't really see anything myself. The way I've watched college football this year and the way they've called pass, or haven't called pass interference, is much different from when I was a quarterback in high school. They seem to, both receiver and
pass interference on the defense, number 21.
Wow.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
But the interference will give Waco High a first down on the penalty. Back then you couldn't even touch the player. Now they are grabbing each other all the way until the ball gets there. Moves it to the 27-yard line in Killeen territory. Under 3 minutes left to go. Jordan Fuller hands it off to Randy Carpenter. Hole opens up in the middle for him, but he bounces it to the right side, and then he's hammered. And now we've got some activity downfield with no flag thrown. Whatever was excited some of the Waco High players is, I believe, Demarion Lyons tangled up a little bit with one of Killeen's safeties, Mar Grant. Fuller throws across the middle, and this one's almost picked off. Just about to put his hands on it and take it the other way was Dakota Wolf. It'll be second down and 10 at the Killeen 27. Final game of the year for us here on Waco ISD TV. Certainly want to thank my partner Butch Henry for his expert analysis during the year, and our statistician Steve Tankersley here in the booth with us. Him keeping up with all the facts and figures. Fuller on the rollout. Finally has to give ground and then just dumps it away, and now flag thrown, and I don't know if that's going to be a roughing the passer penalty. We'll find out from the
personal foul, roughing the passer, number 49 on the defense, 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's going to be called on Timothy Twilley. So that flag keeps the drive alive for Waco High. Killeen's now been penalized 13 times for 129 yards. About the biggest mistake they've made tonight. Ball set down at the 14, at the 13-yard line in Killeen territory, and it's first and 10. 2:12 left to play. So many thanks to the executive producer of Waco ISD TV, Jesse Pateo, for giving us the opportunity to do these games. Hand off to Rodney Ratliff. Bounces around the outside on the right side, gets it up to the 12-yard line, just a 1-yard gain for Rodney. Waco High will finish at 1-9 in Kwame Cavill's first season as the head coach. Won the crosstown rivalry against University in his very first game at Waco High, but unable to pick up any wins after that. Fuller, running for his life, will throw the ball out of bounds. Got it somewhere in the neighborhood of Jerome Ratliff to bring up 3rd down and 9. Be the 10th play of this drive. Waco High got it with 5:52 left in the 4th quarter, and there's a minute 32 left on the clock right now with it stopped after the incompletion. Fuller at quarterback, looking to pass, goes for the end zone, and it is in and out of the hands of the Marion Lions. Lions had it for a moment, but was knocked away. See if the defender got his hand in there. Yeah, I believe the defender came over the top and was able to knock it out of his hand. So it's 4th and 9 at the Killeen 12. And we're going to get a field goal chance for Chris Escada of 29 yards out of the hold of Jordan Fuller. And Escada will make it good. 2 minutes and I make that a minute and 20 seconds left in the season for Waco High. Chris Escada puts 3 points on the board. Killeen's lead is now 55-17. Those 3 points, the only points for Waco High in the second half. Go 11 plays. They go from their own 14 to the Killeen 12. And do that in 4 minutes and 32 seconds. To get the field goal. To most probably give us our final score. Meanwhile, Belton is trailing Midway 46-12 in the 4th quarter. Also in the district tonight, Shoemaker and Harker Heights playing each other, and Shoemaker has a 29-14 lead in the 4th quarter. But the one that Killeen is interested in is the final. And Temple will defeat Copper's Cove tonight by a score, Copper's Cove wins by a score 22-18. So it's Copper's Cove that is going to be going to the playoffs and not Killeen. So that's got to be a little bit disheartening for these Killeen Kangaroos as they have fought their way to a 55-17 win here, only to have Copper's Cove up in Temple tonight and take that 4th and final playoff spot. Waco High trying the onside kick, but it's going to be covered by Tula Lafutu for Killeen near the 50-yard line. Once again, Copper's Cove beats Temple. Midway will finish at 8-0. Temple at 6-2, Belton at 7-1. Again, that final is 22-18. Copper's Cove over Temple. Rosales rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling his way down to the Waco High 15. From the 50. About a 35-yard gain for Rosales. He's a load to bring down. Again, a senior at 5'7", but 240 pounds. Eight different players have carried the ball tonight for Killeen. Rosales, 4 carries for 40 yards. Game clock down to 36 seconds as Killeen will take the penalty here on the delay. And we'll just have to run one more play.
On the offense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So Belton losing to Temple tonight puts them at 6-2, puts Temple at 6-2. Killeen or Midway will win the district at 8-0. But Copper's Cove now at 4-4. Will get the 4th spot in the playoffs. Killeen will end at 4-4. And Killeen has taken the knee to finish this one off. The Waco High season will conclude with a 55-17 loss to the Killeen Kangaroos. So Killeen will finish the year at 4-4 in district play. Waco High will finish the season at 1-9. Stay tuned. We'll have our post-game interviews for you when we come back right here on Waco ISD TV.
Back at a very cold WISD Stadium night where Waco High has lost to Killeen in the last game of the season for the Lions. Let's see, our defense player of the game is going to be Sharon. How do you say that?
Deshaun Fisher.
Deshaun Fisher. Offense player is going to be Javon Ridge. Huh? Jaden Ridge. All right. I'll get it right. All right, being a junior, you got another year to come back.
Yes, sir.
You guys don't plan on duplicating this season, do you?
No, sir, we don't. We're just going to go off in the offseason and work our tails off and try to get better.
In all defense, Coach Cavill really hadn't been here even 4 months yet on the job, so you guys are going to have to go back to the drawing board. But Waco High's got a lot of pride. I know that.
Yes, sir, we do. We take pride. Yes, sir.
But talk about defensively, you guys, they hurt you a lot tonight off tackle.
Yes, sir. We just got to work our tackling, get better, do what we need to do.
When will last season start?
Monday.
Monday?
Yes, sir.
All right, good luck to get warmed up. Yes, Jaden, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Jaden Ridge. Look at it.
Tired, bro.
You got some fans out here, don't you? Yeah, you carried the ball tonight, and you got a pretty good combination back there with you and Carpenter.
Yes. You said, how was it? It was like, it was good playing with him my last time playing with him. And it was like, I really was like, I don't know.
I know it's tough on these seniors going out 1-9 season. Yeah. And
I was like, you can get it. This is your game.
And of course, you being a junior, like I was telling Fisher, you'll be back next year.
Sir.
You guys don't have this same type of results next year.
No, far from that. I know we won't for a fact.
You see yourself in maybe as the starting running back next year?
Yes, sir.
What does this team do to get better in the off season?
Just work hard, grind. We'll be all right. We going to playoffs.
All right. Good luck to you. Go get warm. Let's bring old Kwame Cavill in here. And Kwame, I'm not a carpenter, but I know if you build a house, you got to start with the foundation.
Oh, no doubt. First of all, let me start off in saying appreciate the fans coming out. I also want to say appreciate all these seniors. I know it's difficult getting a new coach so late, but they gave me everything they got, and extremely proud of them. Proud of the effort that they showed throughout the year, and they left some stuff for the youngsters to pick up and go into the off season and go into next year.
I'm sure you, as your first year as a head coach, probably learned a lot of things that you can kind of start for next year. Get ready.
No doubt. Humbling experience, just to learn on the job. First year as a head coach, and it's a lot of things that I can take from this season, going into off season and next year preparing, and we'll get better, and I'll be better as a head coach, and we'll be better as an organization.
Kwame, I know it's been awful tough on you, but this Waco High, the pride is back. What they say, there's a lot of pride at Waco High, and I have no doubt that these guys are going to bounce back next year. And you got 2 quarterbacks, both of them played tonight, both of them coming back.
Yeah, we're a young football team. I mean, I had 14 seniors compared to Killeen's 37, compared to Temple's 38. So there's a lot of good things to take away from it as far as the youth movement. And you can see I was moving guys up to get them some experience so we can have something going to next year. And something I can take away, take the good parts out of the season, examine the bad parts, get better at that, and go from there. I mean, you always got to be a glass half full type of guy and respect the process. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go into this offseason understanding the process and attacking it.
Kwame, keep pounding that rock. It's cold out here, baby.
No doubt, it is. It is. Appreciate you, Butch.
You bet. No Bring on Larky and wrap this thing up pretty quickly, I hope.
Randy Carpenter has his best night of the year, 179 yards on 20 carries. That's a nice way to end your career.
Yes, it is. Great. That young man, I hope he has a chance to play at the next level. I mean, maybe whether it be Division 2, 3, 1, or whatever. His size may hamper him, but let me tell you, he's a player.
And despite a great effort by Killeen here tonight, they're not going to be in the playoffs because Copper's Cove beat Temple tonight.
That surprised me. I saw the final score. I thought maybe it was a misprint, but that's the way it goes. But Temple doesn't have to go Longview now.
That's probably a good thing for them. Final score here tonight is Waco High dropping to Killeen by a score of 55-17.